Special Economic Zones program has been positioned as gateway to investing in Africa through the African Continental Free Trade Area. So being located there means you can easily access the rest of Africa. My name is Dr. Kenneth Chelule, CEO, Special Economic Zones Authority. Our agency has a dual purpose mandate. First one is to regulate all special economic zones program in Kenya. And number two is to develop one of the zones or some of the zones. To date, as we speak, we've got a total of 33 zones, 9 of which are government. Among the 9, one is run by special economic zone. And this one is the Naivasha Special Economic Zones. It's a 5,000-acre land located between Naivasha and Nairobi. I think we're about 70 kilometers away. The zone currently has very good infrastructure around it, which is one of the requirements for setting up an SEZ zone. It has what we call offside infrastructure and inside infrastructure, which we are currently developing. The offside infrastructure include the ICD served by the standard gauge railway and the meter gauge railway. We also have water that has been supplied via Longonot Reservoir. The reservoir in Longonot is around 10,000 cubic meters, while the tanks which are on the zone is 450 with a daily rate flow of 800 cubic meters. We also have a station that has been established there and was commissioned early this year by His Excellency the President. That is the 66 kV. There is another one on the pipeline plan in case there is an additional need of around 220 kV. That will be built by Ketraco. We also have some roads up to around 1.2 kilometers that have been built. The site is really ready for investment as we speak. A total of 20 investors have been licensed to operate. Already one is fully operational. Some 3 are currently under construction or they've just begun laying the ground ready to construct. SEZ Naivasha provides a unique value proposition. Why? Because it is situated within the center of the country. The intention of the zone is serve agri sector in terms of industries. It was also intended to be a textile, and we are also positioning Naivasha to be an area for automotive. As we speak today, we've received 13 inquiries on possibility of setting up an electronic vehicle manufacturing and assembly. We've got unique projects that are about to take off there. We've got Microsoft already on site, and we've licensed it together with their partner G42. We were setting up a steel processing company. We have a glass manufacturing company on site. Why has Naivasha attracted this much attention? The reason is that it is closer to the market in the rest of East Africa in the form of Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, Malawi, Sudan, Ethiopia. As you're aware, Special Economic Zones program has been positioned as gateway to investing in Africa through the African Continental Free Trade Area. So being located there means you can easily access the rest of Africa. The other value proposition for Naivasha is the fact that it has been set in such a way that we intend to be an environmentally sustainable zone. First, we are close to the energy sources of geothermal, wind, and solar. You're aware that as a country, our sources of energy is around 93% renewable, which means we are a good candidate for green funding. And this is the basis in which many of our investors, especially the foreign, are moving into a Naivasha Special Economic Zone. Generally, the land is also fairly flat, which means there is less work to do for those who want to do heavy construction. So far, we've had partners that want to work with us from mainly around Europe, the USA and the Far East that want to work with us to develop the rest of the infrastructure. I did mention that the offsite infrastructure are in place. So what we are doing at present is planning for on-site infrastructure. I should have pointed earlier that Naivasha is made up of two phases. This one is the 1,000, which is fully planned and master planned, and that's where the 20 investors are going in. The 5,000 we acquired recently, about 3 months ago, and currently we are working with the partners I've just mentioned to see how we master plan for purposes of investor entry. I will be inviting you next year to witness the good news of unveiling the either laying of foundation or opening of the premises, which we believe will catalyze the industry further and lead to phase 2. As late as last Friday, we had investors, around 6 investors, who have shown even higher interest. So, and through this coming conference, we expect to have furthermore inquiries, furthermore interest that would lead to filling up of the remaining 5,000. I also want to add that Naivasha offers one other unique value proposition that you will not get anywhere else in the continent. The cost of power in Naivasha is 5 shillings per kilowatt hour, which translates to 3 US cents. That is very competitive globally, and it's only unique to Naivasha because the rest of the special economic zones in the country charges 10 shillings per kilowatt hour during peak hours and 7 shillings 42 cents off peak. Hence the reason why we are telling all our investors, you must invest in Naivasha. Work with the best. Either you get the best energy, green, good candidate for green manufacturing, and green funding. Engage us. We are ready for business. We are ready to onboard you.